All right, back at it here. So we're working on the dash. So right now the gas tanks are hitting right here. So we're going to have to put some spacers back in behind here. I readjusted the shim packs under here while I was gone, so now it's all unknown.
Jacked up.
Yeah, it's all jacked up by Jack right here.
Actually, I got it pretty close though.
According to you.
But I don't know how close it's supposed to be.
I don't know. Is those bolts going in and out easier now that I got got the rust breaking free? All right. And we decided we're not going to use this original wiring harness here. We're going to just put modern plastic in there and only have the 3 wires we need, which is the hot wire going to this toggle switch for the high low beam, the horn wire, and we're going to run a separate ground going back past the bearings so the ground doesn't have to go through the bearings. It goes all the way back to the frame. So we only need 3 wires. We eliminate all the spotlights and all the other crap we don't need. So we're going to get rid of this harness because we don't need it. And this is all squeezed in between the gas tanks right here, which makes the tanks not sitting there correctly also. That's probably why it was sitting on the tank in there, because the wire was between the frame and the tanks before. That breaks those tanks so if they're not sitting flush. Now you got still got the stack of washers you were using, or they all been used again?
I think I got 2 left. I was getting ready to use these last 2 to bring up.
I want to get rid of what you were doing and start over. Because I got an idea what I had last night. Now, if I actually went back and looked at the video, I would know, but that's too easy.
Well, this one here had
That's
4.
for people that don't know what they're doing.
That had 4 of the little flat washers in there.
That's what there was 3 or 4, I remember at least.
There was
4, okay.
I've since used those.
Then I added 1 washer underneath that, on top of the stack of
Right.
4 regulars, so I knew where I was at.
Yeah.
Now, are the bolts all long enough? They haven't been too short yet?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. This nut doesn't want to go in there.
So is that about how much it's supposed to be when it's good?
Remember that rubber that we had on the other bike?
That fits right in there?
Yeah. Do you think you can put a rubber in there right now?
No, I don't know.
No damn
Maybe
way.
now.
Yeah, see how much gap you got? I figure we take.
Is that normal?
I figure we take those black washers you got and stuff a black washer back in
Oh,
there.
I got it.
And that bolt might be too short. Okay, put the tank back up on there until it just touches the bolt. Okay, so you're gonna have a 1/4 inch, a little over 1/4 inch. The bolt's a little short, but it's probably all long as we put in there. It wouldn't hurt if it was just a tick longer, but see, that's as long as you can be because it hits the other bolt. Okay, so you got black washer.
What side do you like? Does it matter?
Put the smooth side toward the frame. That way that it won't bow up on the outside of it. Okay. When we put this on for real, we'll put Loctite on these, but go up, you're way down. There you go. There you go. Okay. Pushing a little bit. All the way. Just push.
Also, 1 on each side then, huh?
So that one's started, but I can run it in because it's going in easy.
Thanks for that prep.
Yeah, well, amazing what happens when the rust gets broken in. Now, usually what I do is I put a little light pressure on it, and I kind of feel where it wants to sit, and I tighten it down. So if it wants to be all the way down, fine. If it wants to be all the way up, fine. Just wherever it wants to sit naturally. So you got the little tension back here, kind of hold it up a little bit. Find the sweet spot. Okay, you got your clearance you got in there. Kind of put it in the middle of that clearance, and then tighten it down. That way it kind of self-centers a little bit. Okay, slow down. Let's make sure we're not hitting on anything that matters. So you want to make sure the washer's sitting in flat, the tank's sitting flat against it. Okay, go ahead and tighten that down. Use the box side. That's good. Don't get too carried away. Okay, see now we got a little bit of a gap, but that's no way you're going to put a rubber in there. So we need 1 more space on this side. Now a lot of times these tanks will hit back here on the stock tanks, but these tanks are cut way out. I've never had a set like this that was hitting real hard up in here. Now, do we have a rubber and all that junk we got, or not? Here's your new dash rubber. I remember I said I thought we had one for you. So we can either put the new one.
Oh, that's really skinny.
Yeah, it's made for the steel dash. The one on the front bike is for Well, you got to steel the actual front too.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put the new rubber back here, or maybe I got 2 new rubbers, I don't remember. Some grips, handlebar strap. Here's the brake line, we're going to be needing that. There's our new rubber brake line, we'll definitely need that.
Is that the correct one or the bladed?
That's the rubber. I could get rubber for the thrower of this bike, I couldn't get it for the late bike.
There you
Now, when I'm tight, I don't want to bend the damn bike. Once you loosen this bolt up, we got to put a real bolt in here too. This is a butter bolt you got. There's a 1/2-inch wrench out.
Right here?
Oops. Where's the box wrench? It's out someplace. No, I want the box wrench. I want that one right there. Oh, stealing my damn wrenches from me. Damn people. Okay, loosen it up a little bit.
And they were sitting all the way down until I moved them up.
Yeah, we're going to do something different on these. So. We got to see how much these things bow out. Is that loosened up
That
yet?
did something, yeah.
Is that bolt that tight? Was it a lock nut or what?
No?
Why don't you use the ratchet on it?
It's over there.
Here, why don't you use this one? It's not going to drop. We got a bolt in there. Okay, leave it there. Don't take it all the way off. Is the nut still on it?
Yep.
Okay. See, if you pull this nut off, the tank falls down, and this happens right here when it hits down in this area.
Okay, so this is how it was.
Okay, when you tighten this, this is tight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on the front? Is it sticking out, or is it where it belongs? Let me see.
It was all the way down.
No, it's bowing out a little bit.
Oh, you mean how it's sitting?
Yeah. See, I keep unscrewing it, I keep bowing. Both of these tanks are bowing out, or, okay, that one's that way, okay. So this tank is bowed out a little bit. What are you doing back
You
there?
want me to put that one on there?
I'm on this tank right now. Okay, what's that? Okay, tighten that. I thought this was tight.
It is tight.
Why is it still moving? Tank's still moving. Make sure it's tight. You tight? Okay, you're tight. All right. Okay, you want to make sure these tanks aren't in a heavy binding condition.
And that ain't, is it?
It's pretty good. Got a little bit right down here though. See, you have to spring it. You have to push in on it. See, I'm pushing right here with the tank. So it's in their binding condition. So when you tighten this thing down and bow it in,
And something's gonna give, huh?
you see how the tank is moving like this? Then it's putting the load back here,
That's the first one that's gonna break.
and it's going to break back here. So what you do is you take the bracket right there and we bend it.
Oh, I see.
Now right now we got a slight gap here, and we got a bigger gap at the bottom. So you got to take that bracket on the frame. We have to bend it out a little bit and just tweak it like that a little bit. So we got to undo that one and work on that side. So let's get that one going. And we use a little custom tool right here. It's called a crescent wrench.
So do you want me to just kind of finger tighten this one so it's on there?
It's not going
Just leave it
anywhere.
in hang?
It's all right. It's not going anywhere. Remember, we got this bolt up here, so we're all right. Use that box in.
I really like that box in, huh?
Yeah. I still got to find you a seat tee for the T-bar to fix that problem too.
I don't know if it was you or, that must have been you or maybe it's Mike was telling me how important this is, but not
It's
in
probably
detail. Not in detail like we're doing though.
It was probably me because I do it all the time.
Okay.
Washer drop down there. Okay, so we take this here. Yeah, no. We do it. So you look at where the bar is at right now, and you go like that. See how that happened? Then you go down here, and you go like that, pushing on it. Okay, I think it moved. Okay, now you put it all back in there and tighten it back up again and see what happened.
Okay.
I'm going to change up that top bolt right now also. Put this over here. Put that quick change camera stand. Not really. Okay. Now I gotta get a new front bolt. Different bolt than you got anyway. Okay, we need a bolt that is 2.5 inches minimum. So we got a bolt. Got a 2.5 inch bolt over here. 2.5 inch.
Perfect.
Coarse thread. You got a coarse, I hate coarse thread bolts.
How's that?
They don't like them. Got a lock nut in here? No. Just washers.
This is a
Coarse. It is coarse, but it's not a locking nut. Nope, not a locking nut. Want your gas tank to blow off?
no.
Okay. How about a fine thread lock nut on a coarse bolt? Will that work?
Sure.
Sure it does? Okay, good.
Tight enough.
Tight enough?
If you can get it.
No, I also like using my heavy duty washers up here, not these flimsy ass stock ones like these. But they cost money. You want the good ones or you want to save some money? More junk.
What's the?
Okay, do you want the heavy duty thick washer or the thin ass
Oh,
one?
I see. Yeah, heavy duty.
So these cost more. They're even chrome plated, but we don't need them. See, we got a stock washer on this bolt and we have the heavy duty washer on this bolt. See how they're nice and thick and they're also heat treated so they don't bend much. The disadvantage is they're not the same diameter, a little bit smaller, which I don't like, but you get what you get. So you want to try heavy duty?
Yeah.
Okay, is the nut off?
Yep.
Yeah, from the up tank.
Is it always supposed to go a certain way?
Do it any way you want. Need a longer bolt though. So we need a 2 3/4 bolt. Especially in the heavy duty washer on there. Good. So you got more here for stuff now. I like fine thread, not coarse thread, because it works better. It gives you more holding power. Okay, so now we put this lock nuts you can't drop. Now the tank can't fall off. Unlike before, that bolt's still under, you can't drop the bike. Okay, now is that tight back there?
Yes.
Okay, what happened here?
A little tiny bit. Not really, though, huh?
Okay, this one's not pulling against the frame, so why is it not pulling against the frame? What are you hitting on?
That's touching.
Yeah, but you're getting something. Oh, there it is. It's going against it. My flashlight goes in. Right here. Right. Oh, okay, the tab is bent. On the front of the gas tank. See how it's hitting,
I see
see how it's
it.
hitting there? Look on the front of the tank.
Yeah. It's going like, oh,
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
got a big bow in it.
We don't like bows, huh?
I don't like Bowie. Bowie is bad. So hold on. Get a picture of this. Okay, so what's going on right now, the tab is hitting here on the back side, but it's open in the front because the tab is bent out. So this tab needs to be bent in. See, we're against the frame right there, so you can hear it. Okay, now down here, we had our big gap in here before. Back in here, you can see how now it's up against it. It doesn't have a lot of tension on it. See, I'm pulling back here. It's just, it's pushing against it just lightly, but it's not sprung out or sprung in real heavy. So, well, can't see that one like that. I'll blow back out of the camera. So, you test the tank to see how hard it's pushing against this edge now. And here it's got a little bit of bow to it, but not too bad. Now you can make that more neutral by pulling the tank out a little bit. You want to do it just, you don't have a lot of tension on it. I only got this much, just one finger worth. So the tank's sitting more or less flat, and this is full tight. So now we don't have any binding. The tanks won't break the tabs off too much. Now this tab here is under tension, so we need to bend it in so it doesn't have any bend to it. If you just tighten it up with a bend on it like that, it's going to be under stress. It'll want to crack. So you bend it so it stays flat, no stress. Okay. Now that one we'll just leave for now because we'll have to take tanks back off again, but we'll put it back on. We'll put a little bow up here. So put my bolt back. What'd you steal my bolt for? You want the tank to fall off and get scraped up like the other one?
This one's not going to fall off.
And we'll let you take that back bolt
Oh,
out.
gotcha.
I'll leave that off. I got to put a tank on it. Okay, now we got to do the other tank. Why don't you go and yank that wire out of the way that's in the way? Somebody disconnected that one. Throw it in your junk pile over there. We're not using that wire.
Where's the junk pile?
Right down there with all that chrome. See all that chrome? That's all the junk down there. We don't care about chrome around here. Okay, now we got the next tank. Put your washer on there. There's the bolt we're not using. Good to go?
Good.
Okay, so put the tank up here.
Want to get that?
Put that on it right now so it won't fall, like it did before. Yeah, that's good. Don't get too carried away. Okay, now get that one going. Okay, you go ahead and run that in. I'm gonna get another heat treated washer, which I thought I'd grab two, but I probably didn't. Here we go, over here.
Definitely got a gap in there
So
now.
we'll get another heavy duty washer.
So you always get this back one tightened first then, huh?
Yep. Got that bolt in here so you got it centered where it belongs. We're gonna get a bottom one too at some point. For now, we're just sticking a bolt in there to make sure it won't go. We got plenty of room down there. So you gotta make sure these are tight. See this pipe's, see how this one's low?
Yep.
So you can raise it back up a little bit. Okay, now we gotta see what we got on our bend here. Okay, this one's way the hell off. Can we hit on the bottom? Yeah, we're on the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see we got
But we got a huge gap on the top.
quarter inch at least, huh?
Eh, a quarter inch, but it's got a good 3/16 probably. So you can see the gap right there between the frame and the tank. And when you push on the tank, you can see how much pressure. I'm not even getting to the frame. I'm putting 20 pounds of pressure here, and we're hitting down here. Right down here, we're right on it down there. So that side's actually got tension on it. So this one here, we got tension on it. Got pretty good tension on them. I got my finger on it pretty good. So we got heavy tension here, and we got a gap here. So that means the thing is sprung in too far and it's twisted way out. So we got to straighten it out. And we straighten this out, it might equalize the tension here. So we'll do one and bend. We're just going to straighten the top first and come back. Now, did that washer sit flat against the frame of the tank on the inside? It wouldn't bond up on anything?
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it's.
Okay, so it's not catching on anything. Okay, because you got to make sure sometimes they catch over there.
Well, where's your flashlight?
Right in front of you somewhere.
Why don't you mention it?
Yeah, you got a lot of gap. A lot of times it hits on the brackets underneath in there. You got tons of corners. Okay, loosen this one up a little bit. Pull it off. Two heads down. Not too loose. Seat post. can't get this tank high enough.
No, I have to try
We're gonna have to loosen this one up and drop this one all the way down and raise this one all the way up when we do it. Keep going. Finger tight there yet?
I was actually trying to get that to move. The only thing that moves is front a little bit.
And this one hasn't got all the stuff worked out of it yet. Oh, those grommets work good.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I thought it was gonna be?
I believe so.
Okay.
Take it off?
Yep. Spinning up. Coming off. Okay, put the nut back on there and washer. Okay, pull this out. Okay, special tool.
Oh, I see that pen. That pen's pretty easy, huh? Almost cracked it.
Yeah, those brackets they're not very strong. I know, it's hard to believe those are stock because they've been too easy. I don't see replacements, just flimsy. Quality. Which way did I bend that?
You bend it towards you.
Dumbass. What did you do that for? Would have done
That's
that.
when it started cracking.
Well, I'll put it back. There. I was making it worse. Maybe go the other direction, make it better. It's hard to get good help. Okay, there. Yep, sometimes you do it the wrong way. Doesn't work. Start it. Start it again. There. Going now. Alright, let's see it. Going now for you.
Tank, drop it.
This goes all the way up. You don't have much adjustment on this, but it goes all the way up.
So if you had to, you could put a little oval on that. You could drill it, huh? If you had to.
And we can rock it. If you have to do it, that's what you have to do. Remember, we don't have a seat bar in here yet, T-bar, so it's gonna affect everything. See how it dropped a little bit?
Yeah.
We're still way off on our highest.
After the tanks.
So we'll have to slot the hole a little bit to get this one up higher. We're gonna have a big gap on the other. Yeah, you got pretty good distance, difference in height there. Maybe this one. Is that tight? Tight, all right. Get a lot of tension on it. It's way off. Yeah. All right. It's worse than it was. Yeah, it's just enough you can't turn it. So we don't have a T-bar in here. You get a T-bar in here so you can know for sure what it's actually sit. As right now. Seat went away. That was on your side. Couldn't find it over there.
Actually, let me put that. Oh, yeah, that's not
Oh,
too
there's all kinds of them. Okay, that's a plus.
Mhm.
We gotta fix this here. We gotta get this bolted back in because it's gonna affect everything. But for now, we got a long way to go. And it's showing that too. Still got more to go.
twisted it.
We're making some adjustments there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're about the right width now. That's a plus. Okay. We've got too many things affect everything else. Okay, so now I might be bent too far. Oh, I got another problem. I gotta get the tank car in here too. That's a whole other problem. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the front bolt up. Right there. Pull the bolt. Okay, now we gotta make that hole a little bit more up. Is that grinder still in over there somewhere, maybe?
Oh, I know you were using it. It is not on my side.
Maybe it's on my side. Yep. Put it down here. The other problem is it doesn't fit in that hole. That's not the right size grinder. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this dash off right here. Pull all this off, stack the hardwood up. Stack up the hardwood right here on the table. And I gotta figure out what that's gonna be.
So take the whole dash off then, huh?
Yep. At least all the hardware out anyway. Okay, I put a smaller bit in here so I can go inside the hole. Open it up back there in the gas tank hole. I'm going to slot it upward so I can lift the back of the tank up. Motor up. Keep that out of the way. Alright. That's enough. Cherry bolt. Okay, where's all the hardware? Okay, so we're going to change out our hardware a little bit here. So right now we got that mismatched stuff. So right now we had what, 4 of these? We got 4 of these.
We had 3 to start, remember? You didn't put another one on there? Or
No, we only had 4.
Okay.
And I had 1 each of these on each side. So that means we only had 1 thickness of that. Okay, that was our 1. Now we had 3 or 4 of these in the front. How many did you have?
4.
We had 4 in the front? So where's the 4th one at? There should be 2 more washers here because we had all these in there. Did you lose them? Did you lose them? Where'd you hide them?
No, I didn't. Over here.
We had more than 2 in there.
Nope, not over here.
We had more in there.
Maybe I brought them over here.
Over in that pile? Well, there's more over there. Should be at least 2 more over there. Okay. So, we're going to say we had 4 of these in the front. I don't remember how many we had, so let's see. Okay, now we can compare our heights. Okay, they're equal. So they're all equal? Okay, so we make everything the same height to start with. Okay. Okay, it takes a 5/16 bolt to hold the dash on. If you take a jam nut, which is half a nut, and a 3/8 fine thread, it goes right over the 5/16 bolt. So there you get a free spacer you can buy anywhere. If it's a coarse thread, it's too small to go on, and you have to open the hole up a little bit. So a fine thread has a bigger hole in the center of it. Okay, so we got one of those. Now one of these equalizes the nut. So we had a stack of these washers and we have one nut, and the one nut is about the same height. Now this is not giving me a true number because we got that washer back there. So if you look at the heights of these 2 pieces here, we're about equal. So one nut equals what we had in there. We need to raise the dash up to make room for rubber. So rubber thickness, we need 1 full washer as a starting point. And where's that rubber up there? Let me see that rubber. Where's the dash rubber at? You dropped something on the floor there too.
Flashlight.
Oh, good place for it. Where's the dash cover?
Dash cover's over there,
Okay.
And a dash cover.
So the dash looks like the rubber is about a 1/16 of an inch thick, which is a little bit less than what the washer is. So if we move it up by that amount, we should have room for the rubber without cutting it in half on the dash. Because our dash goes on here like this. So that'll fit in there just like that. So we have to have room for that rubber. So one washer should do what we need, hopefully. Assuming we didn't change everything else. Of course, we've changed everything else up there. Okay, so we're going to run 1 nut, 1 washer on both. If you want to play it safe, you can run 1 regular washer on top of it. We like playing it unsafe. So we got 3 fat washers someplace and 3 nuts. I got 1 nut and 2 washers. I need 2 more nuts and 1 more washer. Look behind you in the pile. 1 black washer and 2 nuts. They're somewhere. You had 6 of them. You got them on the other side?
Probably.
I don't see them on the rack. Got them hidden from you? Out of sight, out of mind? Yep. Had to go someplace. You had a whole handful of them, you said?
Yeah, 6 of them.
Yeah, well, what do you do with them? Get them out. On the side of the bike someplace?
Okay.
Got a baggie somewhere?
I had them all out.
All of them are out. All the ones that are out that are the ones that are missing though. He hid them from me. Can't work on dash without the parts.
I had all of them over there at one time.
All of them were out. All the nuts and all the
Okay,
washers.
there's definitely not over here.
Okay, I found 1 washer. Oh, we've been using the washers back here.
Oh, that's right, 2 of them.
We still got 2 more missing. There's 2 more floating around. That's the one for up here. Quit stealing my gas tank washer. Can't have that washer. That one's missing. It's gone. Okay, where's all the stuff? You got the nuts? Where's all your thin nuts? These are nuts? Okay, I found the nuts. Here's the nuts.
And then you got more over here.
I need another washer. We need 1 black washer. Okay, so now we go ahead and put this together over here. So I'll put the nut against the frame and the washer against the base plate of the dash. Okay, 1 down right there. Why is this bolt in that hole right there? Can you take that bolt out of the way? No, the bolt that's in the way is in the frame. Well, why do you got that in there for? It's hard to put the dash down when you got a bolt in the frame. Okay, don't push too hard. started. Can't get to it.
Be close right there.
It's all over the hole. It just won't go in there. There you go.
That one's a little taut.
And that one's in. Okay, now I got the other washer and the nut. We're still missing the black washer.
I have no idea.
Where's your bag that you got them with?
I dumped them all out there and I was using them.
You dumped them all out on the floor?
No.
Oh. There you go. Give me the desk. Okay.
In fact, I was using one of them up here.
There, I found one.
There.
Under the floorboard.
Oh.
Where you were hiding it from me.
So you're saying the key is to get them all the same height?
It kind of looks like that's where it's going to go, but we don't know yet. Everything is changing because we've changed the gas tanks, mounts are in there, and everything else is different. I'm going to do the black washer. I lost it again. I get the washer on my finger. I can't find the washer. Where it is? It's in my hand.
So, and why do we put
Found
the
the
nut next to the frame?
Where's the bolt that was in there? Because, where's the washer at? I'll put a washer in if you're locked. Because the nut can go against a solid cast frame without moving around, whereas on the dash plate has a big oval hole on it. So you got the washer spreads the load out more, more support. Now I put a washer on top so it pinches between two washers to give you more support. Now you notice how the bolt's a little short now, so we need a longer bolt. So where's your longer bolt at? Only got like 2 threads holding this thing.
How long?
Longer than this one.
That's a coarse thread, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, there's only 3. They're all these bolts over here are exactly the same, it looks like.
This is about a 3/4 inch length bolt. We need about 1 inch long. There you go. That gives a 1/4 inch more length. That'll work. But see, it's a piece of crap stainless steel bolt.
Oh. No
Let
wonder.
me save that for you. There, you happy? That one, nobody else can use it. Okay, where's the other bolts? You got another one that I can throw away?
Yeah, let's see here. What are we looking for? The grade on there? Here's a 307A.
That's another piece of crap. You can throw that one away
Here's
too.
a our F59C.
Ooh, that sounds like a good one.
There's another F5933C. This is what happens when you buy a bike off of eBay and don't know what you're doing.
Alright. So there's a 1 inch one. See, it has 3 hash marks on it. It's a grade 5. It's not a piece of crap stainless bolt. It's grade nothing.
Back, dog, back.
Or a grade 2, your favorite strength.
So the 3 little marks on there, huh?
Yep, you take the marks, you multiply, you add 2 to whatever you got, and that gives you what the grade is. So if you got 4 marks, it's a 6. If you got 5 marks, it's a grade 8. If you got 6 marks, I mean. If you only got 2 marks, it's a grade 4. If you got 1 mark, like stainless bolts are, it's a grade butter. It's only grade 3. Now why is that going in so tight? That grade, that bolt doesn't like going in that hole. It's in there now though. Now, we didn't adjust it side to side, so we don't know exactly where it's sitting yet. We might have to do a little adjustment on that. Let's look in the rear here. Yes, it looks like the dash needs to go over to the left a little bit. Just like we did before. Yeah, that's something wrong with that bolt. That hole, I should say. Push it over. Did it move any?
Yeah, there.
Okay, that was good. Good. And tight. Okay. Yeah, we might be, depends on the gap. We might be a little too far over. We'll see. Okay, what's next?
Put the dash on there.
Put the dash on it. What about the gas tank?
Oh,
Maybe we should put the gas tank on. I'm thinking we need one of these. There we go. I like to start. That thing just does not like to start at all. There we go.
so you're holding it up.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Makes a big
Did that make a difference when I moved it up?
difference.
See the whole thing's moving in when I tighten that up?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we moving so much?
Did you put the spacer in back there? Yep.
Flashlight. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Disappeared again. Should be alright. Seemed like we moved about twice what we needed to move it. Yeah, moved quite a bit.
There. Well, not quite.
Okay, let's do a quick dash checks, because we have to do two things at once, instead of one at a time. Where's your cover?
Be handy.
Let's see if we can chip the paint some more. Oh. Gotta knock that over there. Okay, just by pushing on it. We got a big gap in the front, and we got no gap in the back.
This side over here is touching.
You're hitting on that side,
Mhm,
so the whole
on the
tank
front.
is high on that side. So everything is tight.
Oh, there we go.
Moved it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, that helped a lot on the gap.
yeah. Yeah, gap looks pretty darn good over here. You got a good eighth of an inch.
I shoved this tank all the way down instead of being up.
Mhm.
That helps us being down.
Hmm.
So I think we need to slot that bracket down instead of slotting this one up. And, or we need to put one more wash in the back. So I think one more wash in the back is the answer. And that'll bring our switch up a little bit nicer too.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna put one more wash in the back. had to check the center where it would dash was like this or not. We got two big gaps in the back of your tank here. These tanks are not made very well. It's getting worse the more we shove them out. You know, the gaps in here are getting bigger. But we have to do that to get your rubber in here. So. Now you found your dash where your rubber goes in there yet?
I never even knew I had one.
Why don't you go up front there and look in the by the 65 and see if there's another rubber up there. Okay. A little bit of a bow in the back there. Oh. You do, Scooby. Scooby's off camera. He's camera shy. Find it?
Yeah.
That's the same one that was on the other bike?
Yeah, I put the other one that looked better on the, let's see if
Just a gap on the center of that. That'll work. This one is still coming up quite a bit. No, we're about equal now, but okay, now our tilt's good, but now we have to move it in. Okay, so we're good. We're good on one angle. We're good. Second angle, we're not. So now I got to move the bracket out this way. And try not to bend it the other way. Those are pretty flexible brackets. We need to do the, let's see, before I do this, I need to get the dash fixed real quick. So, where'd my tool go? So I'm going to put one washer on the back side of those two bolts, one thin washer. Oh, it's tight up there. Okay, so we need two washers, about equal thickness. Hold on to that one. Pull this one out. Get that one out of the way. Okay, lift it up. Higher. Flat washer on top. Put your finger in the bolt. Lay it down.
Nope.
push it off. You trying to make it harder on me? Saw you do that on purpose. You know how you operate. Washer?
I'm not paid to think,
You're not?
but I pay.
Paid to have it all screwed up all the time? Okay, let's try these again. Up a little higher on the back. A little bit higher. Go higher.
That's it.
Okay, that's good.
Perfect.
Hopefully that'll do the dash. Line up where we need to be. Shove it toward me. I'll look in the back of you.
Dead on.
Like it there?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty close. Okay. Tight. Okay, the box wrench.
Oh, Tatro torque.
That one's snugged up a little bit. Now there's the phone.
You want to grab it?
Yeah. See it.
You won't let me answer the phones.
Ah, damn it, in my ear. Hello? Yeah. Shoot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would, so you know where you're at. Start with the one and see what you have. Did you readjust all the push rods already, or you start in the middle of something? Mm-hmm. I'll just go ahead and readjust them all, that way you know where you're at again. It might have moved a little bit since you started, so if you got a problem, just drop back and just start over, it's easier. You can do it one at a time, it's fine. Whatever piston you got a top dead center and compression stroke, just those two knobs. And then once they settle down, then turn it over and do the other two. I don't know if you're on the overlap stroke when you adjusted them the first time or not. You might have been, I don't know. So just readjust them and just double check it. And all you do is unadjust it until the push rod's got free length, and then just tighten it back down to your 18 flats and lock it down. And wait. No, you have to go back to starting point. So you have to loosen it up. You loosen the push rod up until the push rod is up and down in it. Then you go back down until you feel the 0 point. If you see the plunger drop at all, you're adjusting down. That doesn't count. You're already going down. So adjust it down until this stops. Then go down to your 18 flats, and then wait until it moves. Right, and then go do the other one. It might be right away, or it might be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know. Leave that out. I can't check.
I'm just looking.
So, okay. Make sure it's on the compression stroke. Okay, bye. That's how you adjust valves on an Evo, or any bike. Okay, yeah, we got pretty close this time, so we're against the frame. You got just a little bit of tension, not too bad. And both sides are against, so we're really going to be. You got that where it belongs. Okay, you got that. Hold that one up there with a wrench. Here you go. Tighten this one down. Hear all that paint coming off. What's up with all that paint crackling noises we're getting?
That goes with the boogers on the side.
Oh, it matches everything else that we got. Okay. Okay, now we gotta get something in here. A little bit of a bend out on that, not too bad. Definitely a longer bolt than this. Get a couple more thick. Whoa! Almost knocked that over. I've dumped that on the floor before. It's good on camera when you do that. Yeah, we like to damage our camera around here. That's fun. Okay, so now we're gonna put our bolt in. I've got our two heavy washers. Whoop, one heavy washer. We didn't need that one, did we? Now I like the bolts coming up from the right, going toward the left. You've got good access to it easy with my finger. And this bolt's a little on the short side, possibly. Yep, we just put into the lock. That's all that matters. Now, if you do it right, you can take this combination wrench right here, stick it up underneath here like this. I can't see if we're doing what we want. It comes out the center of the frame down low here. You just put the wrench over here and tighten up this one.
A little hard to, if the exhaust is right there too, right? When you get the.
Nope, you got room to do it. Oh. So now your tanks are tight. Okay, now we can go up there and look at our dash and see how bad the dash is.
Can I put the rubber in now?
Why?
I don't know.
Do you think it'll fit in that gap?
I do.
See, nobody knows what your rubber is because you didn't show it to them. Here's just rubber. It goes between a dash to two tanks and covers up that groove, the slot between them. Okay, you want your rubber to be in there.
It will go.
Look at that, it's a tight squeeze, but it does go. It goes about that far and it stops. But you usually put that in there as you're tightening the tank up.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay, now that's if it's pinched in there correctly, then you got tension on it. Okay, now we got our dash cover. If we're lucky, this one might fit.
Somebody part 3.
There we go.
Espera tu son.
There you go. Get your 9/16 floating around.
Not on this side. You took all my tools. I'm no longer able to. Yeah, no longer able to touch.
Surprised you haven't knocked my sockets on the floor over there yet. That's a big mess. Okay. Were you not any paint on your side?
No, you got a good 1/8 of an inch. Just a little bit higher over here, but.
Yeah.
Looks like that rubber will go right in there, though.
I think we're about one washer high on the whole dad dash.
Well, isn't that about how much? Well, this is high here, huh?
Yeah, we got gap. Pretty good gap in here.
That rubber's got to go in there.
You know, yeah, pretty good gap. That's a pretty far gap on this side. If you had the thick rubber, it'd be fine, but we got the thin rubber. See, it should be like this close right here all the way around, not big gaps like that. So I would say we're one high. I like how the trip knob is on the dash. Hard into that. That vibrates and breaks the trip in the lever. This is nice and even here. And it rotates freely. That's a big plus. I like that. How's the back of the dash center between the tanks? It's pretty centered. The dash rubber is gemmed, they're good. I don't know what this, you might have a problem with T-bar right in there being in there. Might have to shorten this. But was the other one the same length as this or shorter?
Exactly.
Okay. Now these gas tanks are not made right, so you got these big gaps right there on the sides. So, not made right. We also have huge gaps back here. So the problem is we shouldn't have to have these washers in here. But the problem is they made the gas tanks wrong up here. That hurts when you hit.
Yow!
Did you hear that? Did I hit that?
Thank God that had a little play in it.
Yeah, that play really mattered when I hit it with my finger right there. Is it supposed to be something like that? No, no. So we had to get a gap in here because these tanks were hitting each other right here. That's why we had to put those washers in there. Now these tanks here are made wrong because we shouldn't have to have these washers back here spacing this out. It's making this worse. It would still be a gap on both sides because the tanks are wrong here. But these tanks are made way too thick right in here. They shouldn't be sticking in there. And you look underneath to see they're hollowed out underneath. They just come up to a real peak here. So this weld seam right here is way, way thick. I don't know why it's built up that thick, but the tanks are just not made right. So the problem is right here.
Why don't we put like a thick rubber on there and that'd be the end
No,
of
the
it.
problem is the tanks are rubbing against each other. It's not the dash.
No, I'm saying right now, the way it is, right now, just
Right
put
now?
a thick rubber on there.
Well, you got a thick rubber to go in there?
No.
What was that?
No.
Oh, okay. What do we have for rubber?
Small.
Small.
Very thin.
Thin rubber. Does it resemble this one? Now this here would fit in there. If you glued it on, it would cover it because that's why they're so tall. See. But if we take out the one washer that shouldn't be in there all the way around, then the rubber might actually touch and hold itself in and not fall off and blow
Gotcha.
off while you're riding down the road, like some guys like doing it. Because I personally don't like gluing them in. I like having the things put in correctly. Now the speedometer's in here good. So the dash, the switch, all that's pretty good how it fits in there. So that's all real nice. It's just the whole dash is too high. So we have to take out one washer all the way around, one thin washer. And we're gonna have to just live with this problem because it's just a problem. You know, you've got to grind this whole tank out and re-weld it, which might affect this custom paint job. Real custom here. Let me fix this. There, see the paint looks really good now.
Thank me for that.
Thank you. Okay, that's when you try to do it by yourself and don't ask for help. Yeah. We're also clearing up here. Now I'm pretty close on that side of the tank. How's it on
Here,
this
you got a
side?
good 1/4 inch.
Yeah, you got a big gap. So this whole dash could go that way a little bit, but that's the way it fits the frame. So the way they welded this bracket back on dictates where all this stuff sits. All right, so we need to take the dash off and take out one washer on all three of those. We need to get the seat T bushing taken out and actually put one in there that works. And then get the T up in here and see how much that's going to affect our gas tank mounting. And get the wire down here between the frame and the T where it belongs, because this is supposed to sit down flat, not sticking up in the air. Like they had way up in the air like that, which was kind of stupid. It goes underneath. So we'll do all of that and then we'll come back, because it's going to be another hour of playing on the phone. I mean the camera, the same thing we just did. So we'll just ignore that part. We'll just do it off camera and then we'll come back and show you, unless we have a problem. So we'll be back in a little bit.